I wasn't the only ones whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nash started showing up. I'm sorry? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm recording all of these videos at once, so I haven't read any comments or anything, but hope you guys enjoyed the February special that's been going on. Anyways, I want Natsuki. Natsuki is my favorite. Sparkle. Damn it. Boop. Puppy. Sweet. Fluffy. Kiss. Anime. Pout. Alright, Papa. Oh, we're... Sugar. Oh, we're knocking them out. Doki Doki. Jumpy. Milk. Socks. Oh, Kitty. Yeah, pure. Parfait. Valentine. Gotta choose that. It's almost Valentine's Day. Probably. Laugh. Cute. Let's go. I think we did mostly Natsuki. Because Natsuki's my favorite. Hi again, Nash. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I'll just keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nash. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sari told me he didn't want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if he plans to come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Should I take that as a threat? I like it. What? Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club. Oh! Oh! And I wasn't even gonna roast you! Natsuki finds herself soaking into Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Nash always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. What else do I do around your house? What? How dependable. Yuri, please, no. Siri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. I mean, I see why I'm cooking. Cleaning her room, though, considering the fact that my room's kind of a mess right now, I don't know. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Nash can become good friends, too? Sayori. As usual, seems a weird situation she put me to. What weird situation? She's just saying, yeah, you guys can become friends, too. I mean, I guess kinda, but, like, it's not that deep. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori... me? Okay, now... You see, now she made it weird, because she brought me a gift, then, like, the second day I met her. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it make it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it means me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Yeah, because it's like the second day. So any nice gesture means a pleasant surprise. Make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. What is it, Christmas? It's my birthday? My birthday's actually in a month from now. Probably. I don't know. I'm actually recording these videos all the way back in December right now. So it's gonna be a while before you guys see this, but I'm recording them back in December. And my birthday's March 22nd, but I know for you guys it's almost Valentine's Day, if it's not already passed. Well, here. Harry reached into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. A short read should give you your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Can somebody kill me now, please? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this! And I think take out the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now everyone's settled and I expect Monica to kick up some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sierra and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Ugh! Hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else just gonna mess it up? She slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things you can't really admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. I disagree. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume manga. I missed a stack. I missed the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out from the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the box of mine and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Wet sleeves. Y'all know that feel. I get close to the box, looking at the box section. Parfait girls? Seriously, I've never heard of my entire life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Okay, that's crazy work. If you're just gonna judge, you can throw the glass on that door. She points to the costume door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Nash. Consider us last straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Hard Figure of the Bronze. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly low. Don't just stand there. Grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She passes the ground next to her, to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this. Uh-oh, I made her mad. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect this close to her either. Not that I could say it's particularly a bad thing, because it's not. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. If anyone asks, I didn't. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, it has been a long time since I've read the beginning. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like there's a bunch of friends at high school. Typical slice of life affair. I grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, think I'd enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but then it just helps to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's what really makes it so good. I'm going to go get a drink so I can keep talking correctly. That's what really makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. What? Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I actually meant I haven't seen yet your full power. Good save. Shut the fuck up. This chapter seems like it's about baking. It's just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, I just want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? Doesn't it? I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I'd ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. I don't see why that's a problem. You saw something that... You read something you enjoy and thought, hey, I should try doing that. And as long as it's not murdering people in a ball pit, cough, cough, and half, then what's the problem with it? I guess that, yeah. Still, if all hobbies pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. That's probably correct. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Exactly! Why would I judge to begin with? Aw, this is nice. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of the chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. I do. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up them without being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out with that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. You know what? I get that sometimes. Sometimes I want to punch my friends in the face too. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. You're right, I do. It honestly takes a lot of efforts to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Accurate. I'm already kind of a loser, so I gravitated toward other losers over time. Also accurate, I guess. That was okay. But it's probably hard for someone like you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monka's kind of jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? But it paid off in the end, didn't I? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot what happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her because she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I guess I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling when you're connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Why do I imagine her having, like, the voice of, Miss Frizzle? Going, seatbelt 71! Well, not like that, but... Terrible impression, but still. Eh? Y'all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. She makes sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, ha. Eh? Ah! Let's see how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? Say it must because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. That is how I am with my books. I used to lend my books to my aunt, because we used to talk about them. But, she sent one back and it had this big-ass crease in the, like, directly diagonal of the page. I did never send her another book after that. By tomorrow, only got partly through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose I'll scenario sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or maybe just look away from the screen for 3 minutes. Or am I scared of what happened if I don't finish it? Probably both. Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book in my bag. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a... It's a notebook paper! On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Oh, fucking weirdo. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching in their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem with first? I say we share with Natsuki first, because Natsuki's the best. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her at first. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Isn't that the point of sharing them in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel more comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would have been more comfortable sharing my poem if yours wasn't really bad. If yours was really bad, you were supposed to show me some dumb poem and me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you something what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. As he retorts, get caught in her throat. What? You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you'll see they show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if you don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you we weren't gonna like it. Honestly, considering the fact that I suck at poem writing to begin with, that was probably better than anything I could come up with. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, 'cause everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said it further on at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. Okay, that's gonna get taken out of context. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I share my poem with next? Sayori. This is a really good poem, Nash. You sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy that would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. This reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Nash. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh my gosh, that last line, just like... wave of euphoria just washed over me. I want breakfast. Me too. I never eat breakfast. You will not catch me dead eating breakfast. Probably. I will eat breakfast. If I am offered breakfast, I will eat it. But I will not make it myself. Sayori. It's just a guess, but... Did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nicer. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I do it all the time. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Yeah, we'll show. Poor Monica, I saved her for last. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. Then it passes enough time for finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Sorry. Mary's her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, there's that there are specific writing habits that are typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. And I think that the most notable thing I recognize was they tried to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style from In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even for a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback, so you can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Yeah, you're right, you shouldn't be. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing yourself, to me, or Natsuki. Probably all three. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, I can't read cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate... Oh, you're using big words. Beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh. ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I just can't read cursive. I'm not saying it's bad. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. I can't read cursive! Well, I just don't read script very often. I was actually thinking your handwriting is very pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. That was mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, that story isn't about a ghost at all, Nash. Really? I must have totally missed a point. You're right, I would have. Was there a point behind that at all? Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject poem is symbolically being compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort and able to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's why I'm more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that, because who would? That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. Well, I'm going down the Natsuki route, so... Monica... Hi, Monica. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club and activities or things you could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Best better to go with the flow until I get more settled in. Anyway, do you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nash. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. That's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Monica, my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki will write. And she's a good writer, too. So take it as a compliment. Haha, if you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that you would apply to anybody. I see. So if you're saying that music is kind of like that, sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, and they're super challenging to get the meaning, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through! So I could see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying some different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Well, that's the name of the game, so... Well, not really. It's not like you have much to worry about. It's not like you have to worry about pressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? No worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. I see the direction. The sparkle. The spackle? The spackle. The spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with the permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. It was too deep. That's what she said. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices, but I realized that now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess you could say I had an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on so strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make something perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. The way I think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, yay. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're all just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. I agree. This is the Literature Club after all. A sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Yeah. You sold your soul for a cupcake. And Natsuki, but that's worth it. What? Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Oh, did she say something? Oh, it's nothing. Dismissively turns the poem to the desk on one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant that the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for something I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Nash did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless it comes something particular inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nash liked my poem too, now. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Gary. That's not what I... You're just... Maybe you're just jealous that Nash appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours! Oh, here we go. And how you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make something I do overly cutesily. Cutesily? This music perfectly describes what my brain's doing trying to read. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only ones whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nash started showing up. I'm sorry? What? Excuse me? Could we wind this back? Could we calm this down? Get a fire extinguisher real quick? Someone call a medic? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. But they just know I was standing there. Nash, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have really happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not forcing them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Nash. But wait. There's a reason we have so many in our language. It's the only to convey complex feelings and the meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Nash? Well, how did I get dragged in this in the first place? You dumbass! Why are you standing so close? I think I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be Sayori! And then Natsuki. Dying up the... Instead I turned the Yuri. But Yuri's expression is why I can't bring myself to sitting here. Sayori! Yeah. Everyone's fighting, it's making Sayori uncomfortable. I just like call Sayori over here. Just like a puppy dog. Like I'm using Sayori as an excuse, a scapegoat. Sayori! She's like, yeah? You're making her uncomfortable. I just called her over here. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this, Nash? That's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their feelings to our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never! It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop! You know, what they said about, like, people shouldn't interject their feelings onto your conversation, then maybe don't announce your conversation for the entire world to hear. Or the club room in this case. Not in Yuri. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because they're differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Yours poems because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same way I always wear. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly, stands there with a bewildered expression. You know what? I'll make some tea. You know what? Just get out of here. Sits down with a blank staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica as she nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and can organize your things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Haha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious she knows what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Man, you are fiending in this game. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Nash, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better! I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the poem? I did learn more about the poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing who I want to impress. Natsuki. Natsuki. I'm on myself with newfound determination. Nash! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between you and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fighting like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? You think I'm gonna hate someone because they fought over me? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Nash, it's so nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day was gonna be so much fun. Did I just say sigh out loud? Sigh. Shut the fuck up. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Okay, alright. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. That's wild. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Well, I'm not going to do this. We're going to save this for the next video. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.